This passport from Singapore unlocks 193 countries. This one from Afghanistan unlocks only 25. This is the world of passport power, and in 2025, the gap between the haves and the have-nots has never been wider. Today, we're ranking them all. The definitive ranking of this global hierarchy is the Henley Passport Index. For 20 years, it has been the global standard, meticulously tracking the travel freedom of 199 different passports across 227 destinations. The method is simple. A passport earns 1 point for every country its holder can visit without needing a visa in advance. But the story this data tells is anything but simple. The 2025 rankings reveal a dramatic shift in global influence. This is no longer a story about historical prestige. It's a story of how strategic diplomacy, economic stability, and international trust have become the new currency of power. A visa waiver is not just a travel convenience. It is a formal declaration of trust between two nations. Country A trusts that citizens from Country B are low-risk visitors who won't overstay or pose a security threat. This trust is earned. So a passport's final score is more than a number. It is a direct, quantifiable measure of a nation's soft power on the world stage. So which nations have mastered this new world order? Let's break down the top 10 most powerful passports for 2025. Kicking off the top 10, in 10th place, we have Latvia and Liechtenstein, both with a visa-free access score of 182. In 9th place is Canada, with access to 183 destinations. Holding the 8th spot is a large group: Croatia, Estonia, Slovakia, Slovenia, the United Kingdom, and the United Arab Emirates, all tied with a score of 184. Now, the UAE and the UK being tied is a huge story, and we will come back to that. In 7th place, we find Australia, Czechia, Malta, and Poland, each with a score of 185. Breaking into the next tier, in 6th place are Greece, Hungary, New Zealand, Norway, Portugal, and Sweden, all with access to 186 countries. The 5th spot is a massive tie packed with European powerhouses: Austria, Belgium, Denmark, Finland, France, Ireland, and the Netherlands, all boasting a score of 187. And in 4th place, another 5-way European tie: Germany, Italy, Luxembourg, Spain, and Switzerland, all with a score of 188. But now, we get to the very top, and this is where the story truly changes. For years, Western nations dominated this list, but 2025 confirms a seismic shift. The world's top 3 most powerful passports are now exclusively Asian. In 3rd place, Japan, with a score of 189. For 5 consecutive years, from 2018 to 2023, Japan held the #1 spot, a testament to the long-term power of its diplomatic efforts. In 2nd place, South Korea, another Asian powerhouse, with access to 190 destinations. And at #1, the undisputed champion of global access, Singapore, with a visa-free score of 193. Singapore's dominance is no accident. It's the result of decades of meticulous, proactive foreign policy, cementing its reputation as a stable, efficient, and trusted global partner. A prime example, the landmark mutual 30-day visa exemption agreement with China, which took effect in February 2024. That single move helped boost its score and showed its power to build bridges. The success of this Asian trifecta reveals a crucial truth: modern passport power is less about historical dominance and more about contemporary economic relevance. Nations around the world are eager to grant visa-free access to their citizens, who are seen as high-value tourists and business travelers, posing a very low risk of illegal immigration. Now, looking back at that top 10, one thing was obvious: it was packed with European countries. The secret to their collective strength lies in one revolutionary concept: the Schengen area. This border-free zone of 29 countries allows for the completely unrestricted movement of over 450 million people. For a passport holder from any member state, this is a massive force multiplier. The power of a German passport, for example, isn't just based on Germany's individual treaties. It's amplified by the fact that it automatically grants frictionless access to the entire Schengen bloc. This demonstrates a profound principle: pooling sovereignty can lead to greater individual freedom. But while some nations are climbing, others are falling, and no fall has been more symbolic than that of the United States. In 2014, the American passport was #1 in the world. In 2025, it has fallen out of the top 10 for the first time in the index's 20-year history. It now sits in 12th place, tied with Malaysia, with access to just 180 destinations. This decline wasn't caused by a single event, but by a series of diplomatic setbacks. In April 2025, Brazil revoked visa-free access for Americans, citing the simple principle of reciprocity. Brazilians need a visa to enter the US, so Americans will now need one to enter Brazil. The US was also conspicuously left out of China's rapidly expanding list of visa-free countries, a privilege extended to many of its European competitors. This all reveals a critical imbalance known as the reciprocity gap. The data shows that while US citizens can visit 180 countries without a visa, the US itself only grants that same privilege to 46 other nationalities. This gap is one of the largest in the world, and it's a key reason for the passport's decline. The United Kingdom has seen a similar slide. After holding the top spot in 2015, it now sits in 8th place. This decline is a tangible consequence of an increasingly inward-looking foreign policy. When a powerful nation demands visas from others, but expects visa-free access in return, it is only a matter of time before other countries begin to push back. But as the old guard falters, a new player has changed the game entirely. Remember that 8th place tie? The United Arab Emirates has executed a masterclass in mobility. In just one decade, the UAE passport has made one of the most astonishing climbs in the history of the index, skyrocketing from 42nd place in 2015 to 8th place in 2025. Today, an Emirati passport is more powerful than an American one. This was not luck, it was strategy. The UAE has pursued an aggressive and deliberate diplomatic mission to enhance the power of its passport. A pivotal moment came in 2015 with the visa waiver agreement with the European Union's Schengen area, which opened up dozens of countries in a single stroke. The UAE's success provides a new blueprint. It proves that passport power is no longer an exclusive club. It can be strategically engineered by any country with a clear vision and relentless diplomacy. But for every country celebrating newfound freedom, there are others trapped on the wrong side of the global mobility divide. While the world's most powerful passport unlocks 193 destinations, the weakest offers access to just a fraction of that. At the very bottom of the 2025 ranking lies Afghanistan. Its passport is the world's weakest, granting visa-free access to only 25 destinations. This is the direct result of decades of conflict, profound political instability, and a near-total lack of diplomatic recognition. This creates a cruel paradox. The very factors that make a passport weak, conflict, instability, economic hardship, are often the same reasons its citizens might need to travel the most, whether for safety or for opportunity. Yet these same factors lead other nations to view them as high risk, resulting in the strictest visa policies.
I came morning, 5 o'clock, so still I'm waiting here. In the last 3 days I'm trying to go inside.
And they won't let you into the hotel?
Yeah.
Even though the embassy has told you to come here?
Yeah, he said
The staggering gap between Singapore's 193 visa-free destinations and Afghanistan's 25 is perhaps the most telling statistic of global inequality today. The 2025 passport rankings paint a clear picture of a world in transition. The center of gravity for global mobility is shifting east. Proactive engagement, as exemplified by the UAE, is proving far more effective than relying on historical prestige. A lesson the US and UK are learning the hard way. In the end, the Henley Passport Index is more than a travel guide. It is a real-time report on our changing geopolitical landscape, a scorecard of trust, diplomacy, and a nation's place in the 21st century. It reminds us that while we may all share one planet, the freedom to explore it is anything but equal. Which passport do you hold, and where does it let you go? How does your passport's power affect your life? Share your story in the comments below.